Roig rage, oh. Roig rage, oh. Hey, welcome to a special episode of Roig Rage. Hello, all you ragers. Did I just say that? I did not just say that. I did not just call you ragers. Ah, jeez. This may be appropriate because was this the second episode? I had to ask myself. Okay, I may not be all there right now because I'm going through the COVID. I know. And I've like kind of just been by myself, quarantined in my apartment, and I haven't really been talking out loud. And it's been a while since I was able to not talk out loud. So forgive. Perfect time to do a podcast, Travis. I'm just really fucking bored and really fucking stoked that 50 of you listened to my first episode. I don't know who you are, cause it really didn't get that big of a reception in any of my social media areas, and it keeps ticking up a little bit, and I'm nobody, and what I posted like twice or something. I like, if that. Boring, Travis, come on now. Live up to that intro theme song. I'll try not to sniff. And I'll try the uhs and the ums. I probably have done it a jillion times already, and I didn't even notice. But now I've course corrected, and I'm bringing an awareness to my talking stability. Ooh, what's this episode about? Well, I'll tell you. Since I'm feeling ew, I think this is going to be a doubly special podcast episode. It's going to be the first ew episode, and it's sweeps week with the COVID sweeping through my body, fucking up all my, what does it do to you? Immune system and all that craziness? No. Oh, and on top of that, my AC doesn't work here. It's spilling into my room. I thought I fixed it, but I didn't. I don't know what to do. So I turned it off, and yeah, guess I'll have to deal with that later. So I'm soaking. I've got the ceiling fan going, but it's at a minimum because I didn't want to bring that propeller sound on top of my dialogue. I do have a very cold cup of coffee that I'm sipping. So ew actually came from a dear old friend of mine, estranged friend of mine. Don't all friendships become estranged when you pass your 40s? he would always, if you did something like kind of inappropriate, or like you said something inappropriate, or not in the ways that inappropriate things are today, but just silly shit, he'd always go, ugh. And I bring it into my own life, and nobody really responds favorably to when I do say it, but I can't. It's Pavlovian to me. If something happens that reminds me of something that he would Would ill, I ill. It's just, I've been doing it for 20 years plus. Yeah. So I honor you, dear friend, because I also have made the decision that I will never say names ish, unless I'm like, I know I did trash to a local periodical, and but I think that was it. Like I didn't hit up any locations. I think I said industry. What? Who cares? Who cares? Jeez. Oh. Anybody that's listening to this really just likes me, so you guys would not be in charge of my fate in a financial way in this town. Unless you're coming for me, but nobody gives a shit about me. Oh, that's my power. Oh, I've fallen out of favor. It happens. I wish I could fold a year, over, like fold one in half, just to like kind of disappear for a while, disappear at my own ass, and maybe come back and see if I can turn my fortune around through maybe some growth on my part, right? Because I got some growing to do. Oh, still, 40 fucking 2, I got some growing to do. Ain't that some shit? It ain't funny. There's nothing funny about what you're saying, Travis. This is nothing funny. Gives a shit. Gives a shit. The first ew. The first ew. Got some mouth noise. You hear that? Ugh. Ching. Ha ha. Let's see if it's gone. It's gone. Can't say the same for the moisture in my AC. I might as well be recording this outside. My first ew. I think I'm going to start with people who list what they do on their social media profiles. I'm guilty of it. That's why I know from whence I'm coming from. 'Cause you kind of have to be a certain kind of asshole to list all the things. I mean, have you seen some of these profiles that go deep? I worked at that. 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 Have you seen? Holy shit. Listen, if I know you, then I know what you've done. If I don't know you, I'm sure if I scroll a little, that was a fascinating way to say the word little, Travis. Ooh, I got a nice little snap on it too. Well, it's a special episode, so there's going to be special sounds. Oh. So let's start there. Let's start with the length to which people list where they. I'm not proud of the majority of the places that I've ever worked, and I'm not proud of a good deal of the majority of work that I have done. To have the what is it? The hubris to. I mean, it's like. All right, I got nothing on that because I'm not a comic. So these things aren't going to. Some places are cul-de-sacs, man. Other places are avenues, and sometimes you'll hit a causeway. So okay, so fuck people with the lengths of their listings, their social media profile listings. It's embarrassing. It's ill. Second of all, just because you've done something a couple times doesn't mean that you're it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Okay. Like, just because I can drop a fishing line in the bay doesn't make me an offshore troller 25 miles out into the ocean, reeling in 100-pound, whatever the hells are out there. I don't even know. No one man can reel in 100 pounds. Well, that's not true. Quint tried. Quint, that was, what, 2 tons? Damn it, I forget the line. Oh, I'm trying to quote Jaws and I forgot the line. Oh no, the line was, it's just 20-footer, 25. 6 tons to him. Was it 6? Email me. By the way, email me. That's something that has yet to happen yet, which is fine. This is my second episode. But I know now, I even made a video to tell you that I had fucked up what my email address is. It's roigragepodcast.com. roigragepodcast.com. That's what I forget. I did it in some THC infused haze at some point and just I was like, I need to get the email address. And totally left off the podcast in the first episode. Oh. So, forgive me. Write me, please. Write me your questions, suggestions. What else do I say? Your insults. Whatever the hell else. I'll read it. I'll read anything. I promise you. That is my promise that I make to you. Was I about to sing the lyric of something? Sounded like something, right? R&B song for the 90s? In any case, back to social media profiles, the Ewww. We were at the second point, the Ewww, which was just because you've done something a couple times doesn't make you that. And it's dreamy of you to want to put what you want to be, but we're all adults here. And that's something you do when you're a child. I expect if I had children, one of them would list astronaut as their profession, and the other would be some form of royalty. You get me? I see it too much. It's embarrassing. Ooh, and some of the distinctions that you guys make. Look. I know that you learned a couple chords. That's awesome. But you're not a songwriter. You get me? You learned a couple chords. And you sang a little auto-tuned melody over it. That does not yet make you a songwriter. Have some self-respect. Have some humility to the people that inspired you to learn those chords and sing that auto-tuned melody. You get it? Earn it. Just because you can doesn't mean you are. Or just because you have doesn't mean you are. Yeah. That's pretty more brilliant. It's a brilliant phrase by Trav. It's a brilliant phrase by Trav. That should be. I wish I had. I wish I had a button to hit. I would hit it just so I can play that back whenever I needed it. But I don't have a button. However, no, that isn't true. I have plenty of buttons, and there are people who know how to push every single one of them. I thought wearing long sleeve shirts would fix the problem, but they see the indentation and they push, and I go ooh, kaka taka 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 taka. Oh, just because you've wrote a couple jokes and told them at an open mic, that doesn't make you a comedian. Doesn't make you a comic. Stop it. Stop it. How dare you? And listen. Oof, that was a nasty sniff. Sorry, I tried to do it off to the side, but to no avail. There are people who like to be sneaky, you know? Like let's see, I don't want to be too on the nose, but they'll be like I'm picturing too many people, and it's gonna get way too specific. I'm not the one to do that. I can't. I don't want to. Well, it is the Ewww episode, Travis. You should expect to like start shitting on individuals. Yeah, but I don't want to. I should be more creative than that, right? Than just pull from my life. But Travis, they say you should only pull from your life. Yeah. And where'd Lucas get the Wookiee? Where in George Lucas's life did he pull the Wookiee out of? I'm gonna tell you. Actually, if you know Star Wars really well, you probably know the answer to that, and he probably did pull it from his life. He was probably off some dog that he had when he was a kid or something. I don't know, and I should know that. I probably did know that, but some of my knowledge has been replaced with nothingness. Yep, it's just been defragging and losing things as I go along here in the old canister that's between me ears. The old info canister. My brawn, James. Okay, so, Ewww. On the social media profile, right? Number 1, what do we got? Review. Too damn long. Tighten it up. Get over yourself. Number 2, stop the lies. Stop the wanting to. Stop. Look. Pick one. And let everybody else just scroll down, because I'm sure if you're so exhausted. It's COVID, right? Am I right? Wow, I got hit with a wave of fatigue. I'm sure it's not unlike the way you feel if you've listened this far out of the kindness of your heart, and you're about to click on to something else. Which I don't blame you. I don't blame you entirely. Because, well, yeah, I'm not gonna get into self-talk. I mean, self-hate. What is that? Self-hate talk or whatever. I'm not gonna get into, anything self-deprecating. I think I should stay away from that. Do I sound like a Looney Tune? I should probably, yes. I was told I should prepare more for my podcast. But I'm so stubborn. And maybe I'm so lazy. And I just want to feel like I can just hit a thing, do the thing, be done with the thing. This is why you must write me at roigrage podcast at gmail.com. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. That's me checking to see. Okay. We're about a third of the way in. Not bad. Sorry I don't have any guests. I'm quarantined. It would have been cool for, a COVID sweep special episode thing to have a guest. Oh man, I'm so sweaty. Can you hear the fan? No? I kind of like my COVID voice though, right? A little bit in there. Just right there. That's the sweet spot. That's the spot that people hire. They don't hire a guy that sounds like this. No, they don't. That's okay. That's okay. I put my voice on the paper. I make the paper. I make the paper go. I make the paper go with my voice, and that's where the success come from. Okay, I take my voice that nobody want to hire, and I put into a work of fiction, and send it away, and hope people will read it. That's right. That's right. Enough of this tomfoolery. I am going to. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I gotta do some tap dancing here. Gotta do some tap dancing. What else about? I think I'm just gonna stick to social media, right? Social media profiles, in and of themselves. What else is besides the length and besides the bullshit people try to fool other people or fool themselves about? It's ridiculous. It really is. I wish there, excuse me, wasn't even a place for it, right? Because you're not getting hired for anything off of your social media. Nobody's just scrolling around going, wait a minute, this person's they're a songwriter, and a comedian, and a dishwasher, and a fisherman, and a barber, and a chauffeur, and director. What like. No, it defies logic. So really what's happening is you have a deflated sense of self, and you're trying to build. What am I? I'm stating the obvious about social media in general, right? Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. I am not editing that out. Oh, I'm doing this for America. Oh, gosh. Fighting through the viral infection. I've also been really silly. I'm not really taking care of myself the way that you probably should through this thing because, oh, man. I've lost my luster for so many things. Except mustard. I still am a fan. I housed like 6 hot dogs. Don't ill me. 6 hot dogs in, the span of like a sitting and a half or so. Like I spaced them out enough where I didn't feel repulsed by myself. But, ooh, that mustard that I got on it. It's mustard that I fell for when I was outside of this country. And I was gifted this. And holy the fuck shit. Get your mustard from outside the country. It ain't right what they got here. Ugh. And I tried one hot dog with ketchup. I was going to say ketchup because, like you guys like to say often, even though for fucking eons it was often, I had chosen to say ketchup. For the majority of my life. But you know what? It isn't ketchup. It's ketchup. But Webster rolled over and made often for you. Did Webster roll over and turn ketchup into ketchup? Surely the fuck didn't. Why? Shittier lobbyists. Yeah, the silent T people have a lot of money behind them, a lot of super PACs, and were able to leverage a deal between Webster and the populace. I've got so many bones to pick with Webster. I could dedicate a whole episode to it. Maybe I will. Because I certainly don't think I'm going to get another half hour or so's worth of talkings to you for this Ewww episode on the social media thing, man. Because I think I made my point. Can I get into? Is there any? I'm wondering. I'm sifting through my file room upstairs there, underneath me hair. Yeah. I wonder. I will do an Ewww episode. Episode. I gotta say ooh like that. I can't go ooh because that's more like ooh. It's ill. I'm doing it wrong on the first. Listen. This is a work in prog. All right. A prog. Which was a work in prog. Be the fuck out of this fucking kimchi for the moment, as it is not offering me any sort of opportunities that the entitled part of me expects. Listen, I'll make another deal with you. I'm not a fucking idiot. I know I have blind spots. Hell, one of those blind spots was my own social media profiles, man. like, like, mm. It's a place to be creative, right? The social media profile, like, be creative, say something kind of clever, or so I said, but no, you just want to list your past, present achievements and and try to shape our perception of you by listing what you think you are. Oh God, it's so fucking pretentious. Jesus the shit. I think the only place I list anything is on YouTube. Is here, actually. You can take a look. Take a look at what my YouTube is, which is YouTube social media? God, I know that's a stupid question, right? Ugh, email me. Tell me how stupid I am to ask a question like that. I'm telling you, tell your friends, tell people that you know don't like me, tell people that really need some help with something or another, to get on that email address and shove one of those emails right into my face, and I will read it, and we'll discuss it, and we can go back and forth. I'd rather go back and forth between emails and talking to you through here than ever going through like comments and that kind of shit in posts or whatever. Like, so you can hear me and know what my inflections are, and if I'm really trashing you, you hear it. If I'm being cute, you hear that. In any case, phew, that's good, Trav. That's good. Take the people who have taken the time and listened to your nonsense. Pressure them into getting you more attention. That's good. That is an ill. See what I'm saying? There's one of them right now. There it goes. Can you believe it? Yeah, that was totally douchey of me to go like, oh, if you have friends that don't like, what the fuck? Ugh. I apologize. I do. Well, Sorry, guys. I was just kind of looking down, and I got my coffee cup between my lap. I had just taken a bath and was dried off, and now it feels like my whole body is wearing like a bath suit. Not a bathing suit, but a bath suit. It's like a thin veneer of bathing moisture. But what it is, may I say, is fucked, mate. Anybody knows how to fix a leaky AC? I have scooped everything out. I've poured everything out. I don't know if it's the angle at which the AC is at, but I did pull it out and I turned it on, and it was it seemed to be fairly level. And it was just leaking, and I couldn't find the source. And these new ACs, man, you can't like get into the front the way the older ACs were, right? Gotta call someone unless someone can tell me something. Oh, because right now the carpet in my bedroom is and could be contributing to the severity of my covidity. 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 I think I did all right on the social media profile thing, you know? Took a couple shots, stuck it, and the whole thing is bollocks. Anyway. But, like I said, I'm learning that maybe preparation is a good idea. You're not that quick, Travis. Oh, there's some laughs in there, ain't they? Oh, I'm taking a look. Holy shit, we still have got some time left. Oh, brother. What do you guys want to talk about? That's what the email's for, right? I'd like to be there for you on your drives. Yeah? I'd like to be there when you can't necessarily go to sleep yet. Provide you with an hour's time of, Do I want to call this entertainment? Because I want to talk some fucked shit. But I want to keep it light, right? I mean, I have a number of things clinically wrong with me. For who knows, all kinds of reasons, right? That I'm sure all of us can relate to. So I have that stuff. I've I've quit many addictions. I've been very fortunate that I've been able to. Some have transmuted into other things. Hope that's the right word. Because my friend of mine used to give me shit because he'd hear me say like a big word, and I'd hear him chuckle almost right away. and he'd look at me and he goes, that's not the word. And so there was a time in my life where I was in a bit of a trend where I'd get like the second word down, that sounded like the word I was supposed to be saying. And this went on for a long time. And maybe I'm still doing it. Maybe it's part of my charm. It would annoy the hell out of me if I had to hear that from somebody like the guy that's always not getting the word right. Just and the people that know it just go, oh, you mean, or do they? Would someone correct? Is it polite to correct someone? Is there a polite way to correct someone? Is it an ill when somebody does correct someone? Look how I did that, huh? Preparation be damned. But that's a pretty good point, because I try not to correct people. The best I can. Where I really fuck up is when I try to correct people. That's when I lose the jobs and don't get the calls and don't get the callbacks and oh man. I may in fact be a monster. But is a monster if he sequesters himself up in a tower, only sending down notes of communication from time to time and requesting certain items for sustenance and whatnot. Make some deal with the townspeople. I'm going to tell you something else. Has anybody ever gotten this weird, like, vibratal? I couldn't help it. I saw the word coming. I saw it. It's not a word. I'm sure well, this is how words get made, right? But, excuse me, guys. Oof. Yeah, did you hear me? Oh, did you hear me swallow that? Oh, God. Travis, what are you putting on these people's ears? Oh my God, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Monsters, townspeople. Sequestered. Oh, the vibrato. Oh my God, Trav. Dude, ooh, a nice fat dollop of sweat just ripped down my spine. Oh, it's gonna be lovely today. Getting through this fucking COVID. I get this vibration, like right kind of in my trapezius muscle or mound. I don't know if it's a muscle anymore in 42. I think it's a trapezoidal mound. But I get like a little like vibration, that kind of a little tingly, some tinglies in there. I've been told maybe it's because of the way that I sleep. But like, does that mean like I'm I can't find a joke there. I was trying to think of something like psychedelic. It's like, what? I mean, I'm taking mushrooms while I'm sleeping, and I get up and I still got a little zzz going on, or am I rewiring the electricity in my sleep in my apartment, and I still have like shock residue? Shock residue. Well done, Trev. Well done. Shock residue is grief, right? Unless it's a good shock, then shock residue is elation. Well, I went to grief with the quickness, right? Yeah, we have to sit in this silence together. It's part of the agreement. It's part of the agreement. It's what you signed up for. Well, let me, shall we, anybody else partake in the, how you say, the herbal session? Because if you do, I highly suggest you flick one on with me. I've got a license. Do you? You guys still running Roig? I highly, stop with the highly, Travis. It's annoying. Gotcha. I do recommend it, though. It's a good way to go. There's no sense getting thrown in jail for a plant. For a plant. Can you believe it? 2022 still can be thrown in jail because of a plant. Something that hurts absolutely no one no one around you at all, at all, at all. If that was the case, of course, regulate. But no. What this plant does is dangerous. It's dangerous to you, to my fellow man. We're we're looking after your world. Are you? Are you? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, that's not what you're doing. How can I? Yeah. The ew, the ew. How can I expect anybody to ever change their social media profile mentality if the country can't even change its ways about a fucking plant? It's ridiculous. Majority of it is. I envy a good lot of ya who seem to exist either in ignorance or have the ability to live above and not let these sort of things bother you. I don't have that ability. Oh, I'm tragic. Oh, I'm extremely sensitive and I take things very seriously. Ugh. What? Like, whoa, it's gross, right? I'm just gross, right? I know. And then if I talk about, holding a higher standard, can it only be higher when you're fucking getting high? It makes me arrogant. It makes me a piece of shit. So, clearly, I have work to do. Still, 42. And, unfortunately, you guys are bearing some of the brunt of that, because I can't go to therapy all the time. Because I can't afford it. And, this time with you, once a week, I think that's what I'm doing. I don't know. This time with you is my time to rage. My time to rage. Yes, I co-opted the melody for that chant. By a dope band who's back together, and it's amazing. I'm sorry, you guys. I keep... I'm talking shit about using you, and that is part of therapy for me. Because I think I mentioned this about the first episode, talking about... I think I just snapped a word there. Sorry. Nice little click. I think I talked about it in the first episode, Friends, about friends. Friendship, that when do you get the opportunity, let alone give yourself the opportunity to talk about something for an hour, to meditate on something out loud, for an hour. And I think there's something for psychopaths like myself that those droplets of perspiration are tickling my spine. I think there's probably something therapeutic for me speaking out loud for an hour, regardless if, of course, anybody hears this or not, and whether or not, whatever. I also figure if I keep doing this and I make a concerted effort with your preparation, Trev. Yeah, with my preparation, Trev. A concerted effort to do better and not think ever that that I've got something going here. That I could call myself whatever this is that I am doing this. This is a fine experiment. Email me. I don't even know why I'm telling you to email me still, because you know already. Do I have to, I forget, man. I forget listening to other podcasts, like what they do. Like any of the famous ones. They're not constantly telling you. They're telling you to like subscribe and all that shit. And they do tell you, yeah, write me at, yeah. Because who knows, I guess when somebody could be walking in, when somebody could be listening to this. I don't know. But it's going to be a kind of a little habit. Sorry. Listen, I think I did really, 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 really good omitting. Omitting the uhs and the ums for this second special COVID sweeps week episode. There we are. Now, my word. Ooh. Goodness gracious. I can see my phone next to me is blowing up in all kinds of ways. But you are my priority. And we only have like a couple minutes left. I took my shots, right? Hey, and I took my shots. So fortunately, I'm not as COVID-y as I could be. COVID-y. My COVID-y. It does feel good doing that. It does. Knowing to you, it felt good doing it for me. So, okay, all right. Like the ew kind of thing might not be like a whole episode kind of thing. It could be just maybe a part of every episode, or whenever I feel that could be a part of my preparation, right? When I find something ew, I'll just, and I drop the fat right there, right? Oh, see what happens when you get cocky? See what happens? See, that's why I don't put podcast host. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't there yet. Like just because I'm doing it doesn't mean I am it. Oh my God. I tied this whole episode together. I'm a little impressed with myself, and I did it in the sweltering heat without the care of a supervised and without the supervision of a specialized medical physician. You guys are amazing. The 50 of you, I think it's 50. I think it's 50. If I don't do another one, like ever, if I don't do one after this or whatever, like it's just so fucking cool. I've put out stuff that has gotten like 2 views, man. You know, a lot of us have, and so. Like when you see something that you just threw it up, and like, what the hell, it's just something you always wanted to do, and you just do it. And you had 50 people that basically showed up out of the blue. That is fucking huge. That is huge to me. And I haven't been off my antidepressants, so I am getting a little more sensitive. I mean, like, not sensitive, but like, I haven't been able to cry for the longest time, and I just cried a little at my friend's wedding a couple weeks ago, and I got a good cry on a little good cry on watching something last night, and like I feel it's there, I feel, and just thinking about you guys just really, it gave me the old pinch under me eyes. And I can't thank you enough, because you and I both know how fucking tough it is out here, right? Whew. And even with all the love that some of us are so fucking lucky to have, sometimes it just still can't touch that difficulty, right? But I'm here, and you were here, so I mean, you are here right now, so you can continue to be here if you'd like, to come to come back next week. So what I'll do here is I'll take my last swig of my coffee. And I promise I'll never call you Ragers again. Thank you for listening. Roig Rage, oh. Roig Rage.